First time I met him, he was laying on his back in that I remember seeing you. You were in a hospital room. How long ago was that? Do you even remember?
Not really. I know it was during the summer.
During the summer, okay. And we had some real good talks. And of course, after that talk, you thought, you know what, of course, the truth makes sense to you, so you're just going to do it all, right? That's what you did. No? Okay. I'll take it, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, I was going to write something for this, but kind of figured I'd just go from the heart and go carefree like I normally am. I guess sheet is one word that comes to mind, because that's where the devil wants me to be right now, under my sheets and not here. And it's funny how God plants his seed just by being in the hospital, just planting a little seed, getting to know Cal and really becoming comfortable with him. Because it was really easy for me. It's a lot easier to get away from God, just not follow him. And that's kind of how my life went through during high school. Back in middle school, I was a devout follower. I was a leader in one of the youth programs over at Daybreak, over in Hudsonville. And just throughout my life, I decided to stray from God, and I wasn't really willing to be two-faced about it and say that I'm following God. So it was more just me. I'm not going to church. I made it really hard on my parents, who knew the truth and knew I needed God, but I just wasn't willing to listen. So it's really been a long time since I've accepted God, and I've said recommitment prayers, and that didn't really mean anything. But this Thursday, I went out to eat with Pastor Cal, and it was a very crazy spiritual day for me. Talked about God and how he deals through resurrection instead of rehabilitation. And then that night I went to youth group with my cousin Marie and her wife Steve, and everything that I talked about with Pastor Cal, the pastor there, talked about the same thing, and it was just felt it in my chest, and it was just, I knew that was for me. So the pastor ended up asking people to recommit or commit for the first time to God, and I ended up doing that. And when I raised my hand to do that, first of all, everybody had their eyes closed, and I was kind of just sitting there, just wow, just with my eyes open, just stunned at exactly what was going on. And when he asked me to step forward, it was definitely an experience. I could feel my feet just wanted to stay there. But as soon as I took that first step, it was just like a huge weight was lifted. And I went over to the side with 7 other people and said the recommitment prayer, and right after that, the pastor came over and pointed right at me. He's like, "I knew this night was for you." And I just knew it was. So, and Pastor Cal mentioned that it was Testimony Sunday, and after that experience, I couldn't really pass up giving my testimony, although it kind of feels like I'm sitting in front of an AA meeting.
Because we all have a story that's very similar, and hopefully we'll hear some of them.
So I'm just glad to say that I'm putting my life back into God's hands, and I still remember the face faces of my parents after I told them when I came home, and there's been a lot of tension at home, and it was just complete relief on their faces and joy. And I'm glad I could say I brought that to them just by doing this simple thing and putting my life back to God. Thanks.
Again, let me introduce Christian.